I don't know if you want to put your timer or whatever on your phone or something to keep us aware. Because even with you recording now, you be thinking we don't have enough time, and then we'll be having enough time. Oh my God, here we go again. Always burping. Always burping like every time. Probably don't even burp all day, but wait till it's time to record our podcast. And then gonna turn to the wall like it ain't gonna just go around the chair. Like, sick of it. Sick of it, y'all. Okay.
Oh my.
Sick of it. Is you ready?
No. Why do my eyes look so heavy?
Because today was your first day sleeping in 7 days.
7 whole days. Okay.
You knew this show was coming up. Why you didn't put no cucumbers on your eyes?
Hello. My God, I'm baggy today.
You got no makeup?
You got some?
I do. I do.
I know. You can tell. You ready?
You know I'm never going to forget that, right? I'm like, yeah, remember that time you could tell I got makeup? I don't even need makeup. Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
Stop listening to my thoughts. I got a headache right now.
Clear. He's mad because he want to burp all the time. Every time we want to start recording for the podcast.
I'm not taking another
So he mad.
sip.
I don't even need makeup, to be honest. But since I'm going to be on video, why not?
With all of this. You ready? Coming out the intro in 3, 2.
It's time for the Relationship Hotspot with Vaughn and Nikisa, the show where you get advice about dating from 2 people that have dated. We want to hear from you. Call or text the show at 404-981-6060. You'll be connected to the Relationship Hotspot in 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Relationship Hotspot podcast with Vaughn and Nikisa. I'm Nikisa.
And I'm Vaughn.
Okay, before we get started, we want to make sure you know how to stay connected with the show. Call or text your questions and comments to our phone number, 903-636-3893, or you can email us at myrelationshiphotspot@gmail.com. You can also catch us on Facebook and Instagram at My Just Relationship Hotspot.
Every week, you figure out something to make that strange. My Relationship Hotspot is the email address, right? At Gmail. And then the regular is for the Facebook and Instagram, Relationship Hotspot. Relationship Hotspot. Is that easy?
My Relationship Hotspot on YouTube.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why you do the propers. I cannot wait for today's show. Today's show gonna be good. What is today's show about anyway?
Oh, okay. Well, the first topic we're going to be talking about online dating.
Online dating. How exciting. Do you online date?
I have online dated previously over the years.
What is your favorite?
Favorite what?
Online dating site.
Favorite dating online dating
Where can
site
they catch you
will be. Oh, they can't catch me on anything.
They can't catch you now?
No, they can't catch me now.
You got off?
I've been off.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was I the last one?
No.
I wasn't. Oh,
No.
So there were others after me on.
Yeah.
I thought you would have, figured out that there was none. Okay. So, what do you think that it's a good place to meet people?
Okay, so for me, I do think that it is a good place for you to meet people. However, I think that you have to have patience and you have to use precaution. You have to be smart and use all your 5 senses that God gave you.
Yeah. I think that I've had success on dating online. I think that it's been a good learning experience.
Can you define success before you continue?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me see. So success for me is that you meet somebody and you don't die. Success. I'm still alive.
Was that the goal, though, to stay alive?
Well, yeah. To meet somebody that you've never met before, that you've only talked to, and to meet them and have conversations in public, and then maybe go and have a conversation with them at a bar or something, and you make it out and nothing was in your drink. and you made it home with all of your facilities, your liver and your kidneys are still part of you, I think that's a success story. But to go beyond that, I think that when you get a chance to have good conversation and you get a chance to meet somebody and you laugh and you interact, I think that that's success. You know, what do you define as success?
I mean, whatever the person's goal is. So you know how on online dating sites, they do have a category where you can choose what you're looking for. So you can choose if you're looking for just to be just to be somebody to be your friend, to just go on dates with, or be in a serious relationship with, or even a long committed relationship, and also marriage. So it depends on what the person is looking for. So if you check, you're looking for a long committed relationship and you end up getting into a long committed relationship with somebody, then I will call that a success story.
So we met online. I think that this will probably be the show where we reveal a lot of stuff about our interaction when we were dating. So we met online on an online site. Would you consider our interaction a success?
I would say that it wasn't success for the goal of what the reason why I got on the site.
So why did you get on the site? What was your immediate goal?
I got on the site. My immediate goal was to get on the site, meet somebody that I could be in companionship with, take trips with, be in a long-term relationship that will lead to marriage, to meet somebody that would be compatible with me.
And so because that was your goal, and we didn't get married, then it was a failure.
Well, that was way, way out there. So the immediate goal that was first would have been long-term relationship, because just get. So I said long-term relationship first, and then the end goal was
marriage. So we've I
didn't need any new friends,
but
basically.
Okay, but because we're still in a relationship as friends, I think that would still be considered a successful match. We've got a nice little business going. We've got a little podcast. We talk almost every day. I think that we've established something quality, even though it didn't turn into love and marriage and an extra 2 kids or half dog or a white picket fence. I think that because a good friendship was established, a good business relationship was established, that we received some type of success from the online dating. Does online dating always have to lead to a relationship for it to be successful?
No, as I stated at the beginning of the show, I said whatever the person's goal is what makes it a success.
Okay.
So if your goal was to meet somebody to be friends with, or have companionship with, enjoy life with, then your goal has been met. But mine wasn't met. Now, as far as we talked about this because I had texted you one day and told you that even though nothing ended up happening with us, like we went on a few dates and, of course we had lots of conversation.
There was a lot of conversation. Okay.
We did. We had lots of conversation that I'm glad that we, were able to have a friendship out of it, a growing friendship, because it's not like we you my best friend or anything like that.
I'm not your ex.
No.
We don't.
I'm still getting to know the real Javon. And when I say the real Javon, I mean the Javon where his guard is down and I'm seeing other sides of Javon that I didn't see when we were dating.
So that's to say that when we first met up and we had our conversations, all of those conversations and the dates, that you feel now that real Javon wasn't present?
I didn't say that. So what I said is that I'm able to see the real Javon, and I said meaning that I'm able to see sides of you that I didn't see before we were dating.
Interesting. Let's put a pin in that one. Come back to it in a second. So back to the online dating. So when you're establishing online dating and you establish your site, do you think that long-term goal of marriage or putting long relationship and marriage is something that should be included in the profile when you're setting up your site?
It is included in the profile. The profile,
not you specifically. I'm just saying for in general.
A person.
Yeah,
oh,
a person.
I was gonna say not all sites does that. Like the site that me and you met on, it doesn't have that option on there for people to post. But the other sites, especially the ones that require, a lot of money, so to speak, it does have that option on there as far as like what you're looking for. Like, what is your goal? What you want? What you're looking for?
How much?
And, you can even say you're open.
How much information?
Not necessarily,
I'm sorry. I'm so.
What you're looking for.
I don't know why I keep cutting you off. That's like the 5th one in a row on that same sentence.
That's
I apologize.
What you do all the
it
time
is.
on our podcast.
Because I'm excited to ask you this question.
Javon HotSpot podcast.
Shut up.
With himself.
How much information, in your opinion, needs to go into that profile in order to get that success?
I think that, so depending on what website you're on, there is a basic guideline with lots of questions that you can kind of like go to that person's profile and then get an analysis in your head as far as like, is any of the things that I saw on this person's profile a deal breaker? Before we even have a conversation, before I even see if he or she is cool, is anything a deal breaker? Mm-hmm. And we talked about it on one of our other shows about, I was telling you, we was talking. We was on the live, and we was talking about how when should a person tell you if they don't want any more kids, right, or that they're fixed or whatever. And I was saying that they should tell you while you're dating, and you said you didn't think so. I mean, before you go on a date, and you said you didn't think so, and I said the reason being is because if that woman or man wants to have more kids and you don't, then what would be the point of even getting it established? So that's something that you can look at on the profile. It'll say, do you want more kids? Like if there's a drop box for it or whatever.
I think it's hard though to really figure out what is important to an individual, because what's important to me may not be the same that's important to every other man, and what's important to you, every other woman. So I think it's hard to really get a profile and put as much information in there to really establish that, which is why I think just basic information about who you are, where you're from, what you're looking for, in that part that does let you actually put in information, is really all that needs to be put in there. And then that way you can be able to, once you see somebody that you like, to be like, you know what? That person, their eye isn't off to the side, and they're not taking a picture with all this out, and you get that physical reaction first. Then you can read the profile. Okay, this person is in my town or whatever, or this person is close, and person seems reasonable. We'll go ahead and match, and then once you match, you have the conversation. I think that's where that conversation is important. I don't know that you should really put that much information out there.
Well, it's basic. So it's like I said, the site that we have. The only reason why I like the site that me and you met on is because a person cannot send you a message if you haven't, swiped them to the right side, and so I like that. But as far as knowing more details about a person, I didn't like that. Now the other sites, they have, like I said, basic drop downs. Your age or your age group, if you're married, single, divorced, if you have kids, if you want more kids, yes or no, like those basic things, like I said. So it's just you filling out the drop box. Do you have pets? I may be allergic to dogs, so I don't want to meet nobody that has dogs or whatever. And then it has those general questions where you have to fill in and tell more about yourself. So for me, if the person's page is vague, like they didn't answer none of the questions and they just think that their picture is going to get them through when it's like a million good looking people out there in the world, you're not going to always, unless you like look really, really good. If that's all you got, for me, I'm not doing it for that either. But I know that, if you look really, really good, some people will skip all those steps or whatever. But for me, especially women and women who are dating online, it is very important for you to make sure you are taking safety precautions. Men too, I guess. But the stories that I have heard about online dating has been always where, something happened to the woman. So women don't just go on a date because his picture looks nice or his picture looks cute. And then even if a person uses all those drop boxes and answer all those questions, doesn't mean that person is telling the truth. So you have to be, smart. Like, make sure you're having conversation with this person back and forth. Like, I have conversation for a little while before I even give them a phone number, because how we interact or converse during that time when we're on the online site sending messages back and forth, that will determine if I even give you my phone number or if we exchange phone numbers.
I think that you should also, just another tip, get your Google number and give out that Google number instead of your real number. Yeah. I think that that's something that can be a game changer for you. Make sure that they get that Google number. That way you can interact as much as you want to. And then if it doesn't work out, they can't keep blowing you up. I mean, Sure, you can block them.
Yeah.
But that Google has very limited information, and your real number has a lot of information normally on it and attached to it. Find that Google number, give that to them, and that way you can have, I think, safer conversations.
Yeah. And you still not getting my Google number unless, the conversation goes where I feel like we both have a mutual, like we're both on the basic mutual same page. The conversation is flowing, things like that. So,
is it stalking to find them on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram after you find out their real name? After you meet them online?
I mean, I don't know. For me, I probably would. I am going to definitely go to social media and look you up. I'm going to Google your name. I want to see what's going on before I even give you my phone number, because I need to see. If I go to your Facebook page and I'm looking through your Facebook news feed and it's a hot mess, or it's distasteful to me, not, to me, when you're like saying things or doing stuff that I necessarily wouldn't see myself with a person like that, as far as like, they say, about the, go outside and, I don't know, beat 5 people. Yeah, any whatever, your deal breakers are. And then I know, like, okay, I don't see myself with that person or whatever. So, I mean, I search. I am going to search, I'm going to make sure that I'm being safe, because it is crazy people online, just like it is when you meet them in person. So a lot of people say they don't do online dating, and that's fine. However, don't forget, even if you meet a person at a gas station, they could still be crazy. If you meet them at church, they could still be crazy. So it's not always about that. It's about you using your discernment, being smart, and making sure you're taking the proper precautions. So for me, when I go on the first date, which is going to be our next topic, but before we get to our second topic, we want to make sure you guys know how to stay in touch with us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. My relationship hotspot at gmail.com. Relationship hotspot on Facebook and Instagram. Well, I know that we're talking about online dating, or we talked about online dating with topic 1. Topic 2 kind of goes in line with topic number 1. So we're talking about now first dates and those first date opportunities with conversations and where to go and how to get there and how to look. I want to start, though, with part of the conversation. So you're doing online dating and you're dating multiple people. Is that a topic that you bring up in the first conversation on the first date? Hey, yeah, this is our first date. Just so you know, I'm also talking to 2 or 3 other people. So I just want to make sure that that's established. Is that something that's established first date?
No.
Why? Ooh, why not?
Because I'm going to assume, since we're talking about online dating, I'm going to assume that since I met you online and we're both online dating, that both of us are meeting multiple people, or, that there's a possibility. And, for me, I really don't even want you to stop dating anybody until I, let you know you can stop.
Until I tell you you can stop, you keep going until I tell you to stop.
I'm just saying, like, because I don't want you to be, like, thinking, like, I'm the one, and then you done got rid of everybody, and then I'm looking like, it's not going to work, and then you done got rid of all your folks, and I'm like, ooh, sorry.
That's big.
But, no, I don't think that's a first conversation if you meet somebody online, because you're meeting people online, and I don't know I don't need to know that information. And that's just personal for me. Ladies, I don't know how you feel about it when you first meet somebody and you go on a first date. I think because of the circumstances of it being around online dating, that I don't need to know that information.
So it just should be known and understood that first date, this is not just us. You
Yeah, I mean, even when you meet somebody naturally or the organic way, when you first meet somebody and say like a guy try to talk to me and they be like, hey, you got a man or you got a boyfriend or whatever, and I tell them no, and then we end up like exchanging numbers, getting to know each other, we go on a date. Like, I'm not assuming that he doesn't have nobody else that he's talking to. I'm going to assume just like he's not assuming because he asked me the question. I'm going to ask him the same question. You have a woman. If we both say no, then I'm going to assume that we're not in a relationship with anybody, but I'm not going to assume that you're not talking to any other females.
Mm. What does a first date look like for you?
Okay, so since we're talking about online dating, I wanted to share something that I always do, and this is for women. Like if you're going to be online dating, you, like I was saying in the first topic, you need to make sure that you're being safe and using precaution, because there is, crazy people out there for real.
Yeah, they are.
Men and women.
Get right about it.
But the stories, though, where, a woman has been endangered or killed or something happened to her, it always was a woman and not a man. So for me, when I go on the first date with somebody that I've met online, I've had conversations with, I've determined that, now that we can go on a physical date. Me personally, I don't let them pick me up. I meet them at wherever we're going. And before I go on that date, even though they're not picking me up, I send a full profile to one of my best friends. I send a picture of them. I send their Facebook link. I send, their age, their birthday, because I'm already know that because when you're online dating, it lets you know what the person's age is. So their date, I'm going to take a picture of their vehicle or car or license plate. Because we might be going somewhere else after the first date. I don't know why you're doing all that.
I'm listening and I'm just thinking back to that's why
and
she went outside.
If I have my the lady.
No, you keep going.
Who?
No, keep going.
And then I make sure, like, if I have a physical address, I'm going to give that as well, because if I come up missing, this is the information. This is this person's file. You need to give it to the police. Let them know I came up missing and I was in this person's care so that they can go ahead and investigate. So, yes, ladies, I do that. And I have my best friend can get on the live and let you know that I do that every time.
So, okay. So, you sent your file over and...
It's not funny. It's really to be safe. Like, you need to be safe when you're meeting people online that you don't really know. Like, they could be lying about every single thing that comes out of their mouth. And like I said, even if you meet somebody at church, unless you like know them from church and you've been friends with them or whatever, but sure do.
So, do you also have a person that's designated to call you after 30, 45 minutes to pull you out of the date in case it's not going well?
No, we talked about in the last episode. I'm an alpha woman, so if I need to be pulled out of the date, I'm gonna pull myself out.
Okay, so this first date, a movie, good first date, bad first date.
I think it's a bad first date.
Why?
Okay, the reason why I think the movies is a bad first date for a couple. I mean, not a couple, for a woman and a man to go to is because you don't really know each other. And so when you go into that movie theater, the movie is on the whole hour and a half. And you're able to have like little conversation. And, it could be, awkward or not awkward. It just depends. But that's not even the reason. My thing is that it's like after that first date, it's like, dang, I still don't know nothing else about you. Or I still don't know enough about you to determine if I want to give you a second date.
Okay. I think that humor is important, and I need to understand if we have that in common. So usually I don't mind the first date of a movie because I want to know if you find what I find funny, if you find what I find interesting. Can we have intellectual conversation, or are you a stick in the mud? Are you gonna look at me crazy every time that I'm laughing at Jim Carrey or Kevin Hart?
When the last time Jim Carrey been in a movie, though?
Well, I mean, just
at the movies to go on a movie.
I think, though, I mean, even if it's not Jim Carrey, what I'm saying is that I need to know that we get along, that we're compatible on that entertainment sense, because entertainment is big to me. I'm big on TV, movies, music. And if we don't have any of those three things in common, then there's no need for a second, third, or fourth date because we don't have those things in common. So I can get that established go to a movie, go see What Women Want, or what's that? What a Man Won, or whatever that movie was with Taraji.
Did you see that movie?
Not yet, not yet. But that would be a good first date if I do want to go see it and get to see if a woman and I can be compatible on that entertainment sense. So if a movie's not a good first date, and I think a movie is a good first date, I think another good first date would be a bar. Go to a bar, sit at the bar, not away in a booth, but sit at the bar and have conversation. How do you feel about first date at a bar?
I wouldn't do a bar for a first date, because what if the woman doesn't drink?
Ooh.
Or what if she only drinks, like wine, and she only do that at home every now and then? Like is that like I'm trying to ask questions for the women as well. So is that the furthest out that men can think as far as like creative first dates, movies, and a bar?
I don't think it's creative first date. I think it's cheap first dates. I don't know that if a first date for a man should be $150, $200 for a first date. I don't even know if I know you like that.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's a lot of dates you can go on with a person and not spend that money. You can go to the ice cream parlor.
Ice cream parlor.
I went to the ice cream parlor in December. And we got ice cream. He bought me a sundae, and he had his little shake or whatever, and we sat and we talked for hours. Like, I enjoyed it.
Okay, what are some other examples?
You spent less than $10.
I like that idea. I'll take note. What's another good first date?
Park. So, like, if it's warm, depending on, like, the person, because not everybody likes the park, because they were like, oh, I don't want no bugs. I don't want to get no bugs. Mm-hmm. But me, I love nature, so going to the park, that's cool. Or going downtown. See, I'm still trying to get used to Texas. So, you from Chicago too, so you get it. Right. But like, Chicago, we can go downtown. There's lots of things that you can, do and get involved in. And it doesn't cost that much. Like it's less than $20, except for parking. Now, parking may get you. Right. But other than that.
What about a mall trip?
Because we can always go to the suburbs too.
What about a mall trip? Going to the mall.
Going to the mall. I don't know. I would say no for me, but I mean, I'm not opposed to it. But I would say no only because if I go to the mall, I'm not gonna be able to focus. I'm gonna be focusing on what I see in the window. Mm-hmm. And you seem like you might be looking at what's in the window too when you walk past, because you are easily distracted sometimes.
Easily, like my brain be going everywhere. So is that something that could be a negative for a first date too, though? Going somewhere where there's lots of distractions and you all can't focus just on each other, or does it even have to be a focus on each other type of situation? I
think it should be a focus on each other type of situation. However, I don't think there's anything wrong with other people being around. Because even if you go to a restaurant, movies, like whatever, all those things that you named before, there's going to be people around. Okay. And for me, I need to see how you interact around other people as well. I need to see how you naturally act with other people outside of just, how you treat me. So what about a group first date? Is a group first date a good first date? I would say that it depends. So for me, I would be open to that in the future when I start dating again. I would definitely be open to that. For a first date? Huh. I want to know. I guess we'll ask the audience what their idea of a good first date is. Have you been on a first date at a movie? How did it go? Have you been on a first date at a bar? How did it go? What was your best first date? What was your worst first date? Let us know. You can go to the Facebook or Instagram. Okay. It's just Instagram. What you said me earlier? It's just Instagram.
No,
it's just Instagram.
I knew when I said it to you earlier, it was going to come back and bite me.
My relationship hotspot.
My relationship hotspot at gmail.com. That's the my relationship hotspot at gmail.com. That's the email. But for Facebook and Instagram, relationship hotspot. Goodness gracious. Why don't you tell us about the meme of the week?
The meme of the week was submitted on our original post when we first started Relationship Hotspot. And the meme that was submitted says, "Be a man. Ask me out. No, I don't want to hang out. No, I don't want to meet up. No, I don't want to play it by ear. My time is too valuable to deal with your ego's fear of rejection. So if you want me, pick a time. No, not tonight. pick a place somewhere classy. Check in with me the morning of. Don't invite your stupid friends alone. It's that easy. And this was actually posted the first week when we asked our viewers to go ahead and share their favorite relationship.
Our who? Okay. That's okay. Our viewers. Are you?
I'm done. I read the meme. The meme is over.
What's your take on the meme?
I read the meme. Now it's time for you to talk.
Can I? Okay. Okay.
You want me to carry this? Now you want me to carry the show. Before he couldn't stop talking. Now he want me to carry the show. Which is it?
I'm thinking about this meme on the weekend, saying I'm gonna go ahead and call BS on it.
Okay, which part?
Most of it.
Now I would say that the person that created this is like in their 20s, so they're not in our age group.
Like 20-year-olds don't know what they're doing.
29, not 20.
They should be 20-year-olds should be making memes because here, let's talk about most of this.
Memes
what's going
actually
out.
is for the younger people. It ain't for the old folks like us.
So, no, I don't want to hang out. Why don't you want to hang out? Ain't nothing wrong with hanging out as a date. If I ask you out, we hanging out. What else do you want besides a hangout? We hanging out. We're meeting up. It is a meet up.
So you don't know any millennials or anybody younger than you where these guys are asking them to come hang out at their home, meet up at their home, come to their home and just kick it. Guys they don't know as a first date.
No.
That's what this meme is coming from. Like that's what's going on in the dating industry.
So hanging out is coming to my house and on the couch and Netflix and chill. See, because they didn't say
Netflix
I don't want to Netflix and chill.
Right. So it's being so that's you want it. So it's a Netflix and chill type of thing. It's not like it's not like asking them on a date saying, "Come on, let's hang out." No, come on, let's hang out. Netflix.
Explain it to the old man because I'm thinking that if we going out,
you swear you was young.
I hear hang out. I'm hearing meet up. Yes, we're hanging out with meeting up. What else do you want to do? You want to go to a 5-star restaurant first date and get 4 courses and a dessert?
It wasn't like that. A lot of the younger people. I'm not going to go all the way and just say just millennials, but I mean like the 29, 30-ish age group or whatever. And, sometimes even in our age group.
So what's wrong with playing it by ear then?
Playing it by ear?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So not in recent years, but like a while back. That's not a good thing to play it by ear for everybody.
Okay.
So for me, you definitely need to have a plan on where we're going because this is the thing. So this actually happened. This happened a long time ago.
Tell us about it.
Me and this guy was dating.
What's his name? I'm playing.
I'm trying to see where did we meet. I don't exactly remember. I think we met somewhere. Like he asked me for my number. I was out somewhere and he asked for my number. It changed numbers. Anyway, so he wanted to take me out. So I was like, well, where we going? And he was like, he don't know. He want to play it by ear. So I'm a person that like to plan stuff. So if you tell me we going out, I need to know what time to be ready, what time to start. Like where are we going? Because I'm not just going anywhere.
Okay.
So, all that played a deal. And so he kind of it ended up me being like, okay, well, let's just, there was this place downtown where you could go to the movies. And then they also had like a bowling alley. I can't think of the name of it, but they had a bowling alley and you could also play pool and like actually do activities together, which I think is a great first date.
Yeah, that
do
sounds
activities
great.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
So, for me, you need to know where we're going.
No.
You're not playing it by ear. I don't know you.
But this is about be a man, ask me out. So if I just meet you at a gas station, I'm pumping gas, you pull up, get out your ride, I'm like, that's pretty nice.
That's
and I walk over to you.
Huh?
No, I mean to myself. But if I walk over to you, hey, what's up, girl? How you doing?
Is that how you do it?
That's how I do it. That's my voice. I'm about to go and talk to you, boy. So I'm like, hey, girl, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And I'm asking you out. I shouldn't have a date, time, location at that point.
That's not what this.
That is what this is about. out. Be a man, ask me out. If I want to ask you out, I'm going to ask you out, and then we'll play it by ear. We'll figure it out.
Because at that point,
you
you don't know if you want to go out with the person because you just trying to get their phone number at that point, right?
I mean, I might want to get their phone number. Then, like, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and hook up at some point. Go somewhere. Blah blah blah. Hooking up, going out at some point. That's the asking out process.
You have to define hooking up.
I mean, get together, hook up, get together, and go somewhere.
Yeah, that's not what everybody think hook up means.
We're not talking about sex with Christians. So I'm just talking about.
I'm saying just be like let people know what you're saying because so that they'll know what you're saying because everybody has their different definitions of hooking up.
Hanging out, just chilling.
Netflix and chill.
My point is though that you ain't gonna necessarily, and I said you ain't gonna necessarily.
So this is a new voice. I never heard this voice before, you guys.
That's all I'm saying. We're not gonna know right away. But what we do know right away is that we have this podcast and it's available on anchor.com/iDream. That's our new location, our new home for the podcast. So you can go there and listen to it. You can also talk to us through email at myrelationshiphotspot@gmail.com. We are on Facebook and Instagram at Relationship Hotspot.
You can also go on YouTube.
Yes.
At My Relationship Hotspot.
And watch us do what we do. I think we're good. Good? Excellent. You want to say bye? Or? On behalf of Nikisa, I'm Javon.
I'm Nikisa.
No, you're not.
I am.
Talk to y'all next time.
Bye, y'all.
You just listened to the Relationship Hotspot with Vaughn and Nikisa, the show where you get advice about dating from two people that have dated. We want to hear from you. Call or text the show at 404-981-6060. You'll be disconnected from the Relationship Hotspot in 3, 2, 1.